Good afternoon and happy day, everybody. How are my favorite roughnecks doing?
Oh,
All
joy.
right. Well,
So apparently,
since they wanted to,
apparently I had my audio mic muted, so that was awesome. I don't really give a shit. I'm never gonna try to make the production quality of this channel anything more than I don't care amateur. Like I do want it to be functional. Like I wanted to be able to go to Rumble and YouTube simultaneously, which I think I may have accomplished. But other than that, I don't care.
start this war, so be it.
And this dude here uses StreamYard, and I mean, it does kind of outline stuff nice for you and everything. The free account, uh, you only get 20 hours or whatever, and then he must be yeah, here we go, 20 hours a month. So at the minimum, he's paying $20 a month for something that you could just do with OBS. So I guess that's not too bad, but whatever. And of course, he's got all these fanboys in his club paying the dues. So it's free to him. Maybe he doesn't care.
We'll just finish it. Here we have AFA, Accountability for All, Joshua Abrams.
Wait, so he got through the name, and he hasn't done an ad hominem attack. Let's preface, this redneck on the roughneck, redneck. There's a huge difference, but this dude's a redneck, and he doesn't know how to make an argument using logic, reason, grammar, rhetoric. Doesn't know how to do that. So what he does is he likes to call names,
aka milkshakes. And
okay, so there we go. It didn't take long. Milkshakes is a derogatory term. So let's terms of service, YouTube, sexual orientation, harassment. So we will no longer allow content that maliciously insults someone based on protected attributes such as their race, gender, expression, or sexual orientation. And that's what milkshakes is. That's what he's going to say.
in case you're not sure of who or what this is, or who this is, let me show you. Yeah, it looks like he's just getting used to his new cellmate.
So this is a common theme with Fraudit Wrangler. He wishes everybody to go to jail for any level of activism or peaceful dissent. And then he fantasizes about them getting prison raped, which is not good. But that's what he's saying. This guy is apparently went to jail, and according to Fraudit Wrangler, that means that he is now alternatively sexualized.
In case you don't know who this is Joshua Abrams. He is a multiple-time convicted felon. He is not a...
What does that matter? He looks like he's free, out of jail, There's this concept in the justice system that once punishment is done, once you've served your time, then you're supposed to be given not a clean slate, but at least a new slate to operate on. But that's not what this guy does. He's part of the in crowd. He is, you know, let's just say, very well attached to the implements of the police state. He loves police, government. He was in the military. You know, he thinks that makes him a great leader. But how does a follower lead? If you are a follower, an order taker, how are you going to lead?
Very, very nice person, but he tries to hide his trash, his trashy persona, who he really.
How does he try to hide it? And who advertises their criminal background history? Now, you might have a clean record, but I'm betting there's at least, well, maybe not, because you're such good friends with law enforcement. I imagine you never even got a speeding ticket, but that doesn't mean you don't speed. I'm sure you break the speed limit at least on occasion. And, you know, does your truck tailgate have a list of all the speeding tickets you've ever gotten?
Really is behind the guise of a PayPal Patty type voice.
Yeah, so this is how you make an argument. Look, this guy seems to be just like this other guy, so since the other guy is wrong, this guy is wrong. They're all wrong because they use PayPal.
You know, where he's still waiting on his other testicle to drop, if he has any.
So again, well, I mean, if his testicle hadn't dropped, that would be a disability. Okay, so hate speech and harassment policy. Hate speech. What is hate speech? Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on any of the following attributes: disability, gender identity and expression, sex and gender, sexual orientation, victims. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. Oh yeah, report it, because that's gonna do something. Let's see reporting in action. Let's see where was that reporting done. Let's see, we got was it library? I remember. We got settings, maybe. Advanced settings. Somewhere in here you could look at it was library. Oh, I don't remember where it was now. Somewhere in here you could look at all your. Oh, here we go. Show more. Printing, gaming, report history. Here it is. Well, let's see. Harassment or bullying, live. Hateful, abusive content, live. Harassment or bullying, live. Image or title issue, hateful or abusive content, live. Real differences between frauditors and sovereign citizens, live. They did delete Chili though. They deleted his stuff, but here we are. So basically, YouTube takes sides. This is what their policy is, and they do something different.
And he goes with that innocent voice, and every word out of his mouth is condescending, a lie, or just factually inaccurate. And he wants us to think that because what? He didn't get killed in prison, I'm sorry, unalived in prison, that what? We should listen to him about what the law is? He doesn't even understand the law. He doesn't know the damn difference between commercial.
Who does understand the law? We're talking just federal law, 95,000 pages of statutes, more than that in the Code of Federal Regulations, 100 million pages at least, probably more like 1 billion pages of case law to indicate what all that other crap means. No person, not even a computer like ChatGTP, can figure that out.
Commercial and newsworthiness, because I guarantee you, go look at every one of his videos and live streams, they're filed under entertainment, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what all of these are. But at the end of the day, I'm not claiming to be a journalist either, or claim.
Then what are you claiming to be? A jack off? Jag off. What are you doing? What is this? You know, when you hit the publish button and the go live, what are you doing? A journalist is just a type of publisher. You know, you got book publishers, you got magazine publishers, you got video documentary producers. They're all under the First Amendment. So you want to hang yourself up on, I'm not a journalist. So what are you? Oh, that's right. You're a whine ass.
Claiming to be reporting the news. The thing is you cannot report the news when you're creating the news.
Not really, because they go there to report what is going on, which is trivialness of nothingness. Like, you know, what's going on in the county clerk of Timbuktu and Nowhereville, Iowa, is no one cares, or very, very, very few people care. Even people in Nowheresville, Timbuktuville, or whatever I said. Even if they have 2,000 people, of those 2,000 people, maybe 2 of them will care. But that the scope of the audience doesn't dictate the right. I mean, are you saying that small towns just don't have any right to the news because they're small and nobody cares? No, they're there to document the operation of government, and they become part of it because they get all this contempt and this sideways action of law. Like, you know, when Christopher Ruff was arrested, when he was arrested, where's the video where he's alongside the road? Well, apparently, there's a lot of people who get arrested. Okay, where is the one where he gets arrested? Alright, we're gonna have to call in an old friend. Yeah, Lackluster did expose on one of the videos I created. Let's see. There we go. Let's check the stats. Well, it appears to be doing good. Okay, so we only need the video part. Okay, so this one here, you know, he's breaking the law because, you know, it's not because they don't want him there filming what they're doing, but he's breaking the law because, you know, he's entering their scene and creating a safety hazard with a camera, and just the act of being there and too close, and the officer needs this bubble of protection. What is going on? Anyways, I don't think I'm going to be able to show that.
After the officers advised them that they were trespassed, but 9 months later, because the county had other cases against him, they reviewed
Yeah, they reviewed it.
this video and levied new charges of trespassing and disorder.
That is, oh, reconnection successful. Here's the dang video. Long time just to do that. So yeah, it has nothing to do with they don't want you recording. Oh, no. It's that you're trespassing, and they all of a sudden become hypersensitive about every single law that they could possibly nail you with. Not because you're recording and they don't want you there, they don't want you documenting what they're doing. Oh no, that has nothing to do with it. The reason why they're all of a sudden hypersensitive about trespassing is because they really care.
His department's policies.
So
this is a public sidewalk right now. You need to move. This is a public sidewalk. You better come.
Say, need to move. This is a safety thing. How is it a safety thing? Is the guy standing there? Well, what's also a safety thing is, see this right here? This is a road. People drive by. People could have guns in their cars. And as they drive by, they could hold the gun out the window and do bad things. Okay? So, creating a bubble not only is impossible, but there's no added security, because the only person that's presenting themselves is Mr. Ruff, and he made no qualms. He wasn't sneaking. He's not stealthily trying to walk up on this officer. He's there to record and document the officer. And that's it. There's no safety implications to that. And if there was, I mean, you know, every time you sue the government... Oh, reconnected. Guess we're back online in Rumble. Trying to stream while mobile.
You need to move. You need to go back.
Okay.
I'm done with this.
So, now he needs to move away, right?
You're now interfering with our investigation. You can go over there.
Interfering is a physical act. Are you guys all or what?
Go.
No, you know what? I'm on a public
if you
sidewalk.
don't leave to
What are you
that
gonna do?
part over there.
This is a public sidewalk. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
I'm doing an investigation.
Call your
If you
supervisor.
don't move back
Call your
over there,
supervisor.
so I can deal with
This
this
is Jay
investigation.
Blake with the Mesa PD.
If you don't move,
You don't
you're
have
gonna
a
get
badge
arrested.
number, nothing.
You need to move back.
Is your body cam on?
need to
Arrested
move
for
back.
what? I'm on a public sidewalk. You
need to
can't
move
arrest
back.
me on a
I'm done
public
with that.
sidewalk.
Hey, watch your driver.
Dude, do
You
your
need to move
thing.
back.
Do your thing. I'm on a public
You need
sidewalk.
to move back.
You want to put up tape or something?
See,
Well, you
now,
wanna move back
now
or
it
not?
needs, he needs to
on a
move
public
back
sidewalk.
because
I'm on a
safety.
public
Needs to
sidewalk.
move
You better
back,
check yourself,
safety.
homie.
You need to move back. You're interfering with my investigation right now.
See?
One more warning.
Oh,
One more warning.
somehow
You need
he's
to back off.
Go
interfering.
ahead, dude. 10 foot.
You need to back
10
off.
foot.
You need to back off. Okay, you know what?
Dude, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm on a public sidewalk. Stop!
Direct D has now been arrested for failure to obey and found guilty.
So this is what I'm going to do, Mr. Ruff. That is the case of failure to obey a police officer. You were found guilty of that matter. I'm giving you 90 days of jail. 90 days of jail will be postponed.
See, now that's a bullshit determination, because I bet you the case never even talked about and considered what a lawful order is. Now, if you're a boot sucker like Fraudit
Yes,
Wrangler,
that is a Wranglerism. That is a direct quote from me.
that they all lawful orders. Officer tell you to take your pants down and insert. That's what you do.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and trigger alert here because, well, he's in this city hall somewhere in the Northeast, and I regret to tell all of you, he's not wearing a lot of clothing. He is wearing, have his car bra straddled
Whatever.
to his milkshakes. So I
More
hope none of you were eating or you were just about to
sexual,
eat. Done eating.
more sexual orientation based harassment.
Eating because I cannot legally be held responsible. Goes to prison, I will pay a bail.
He didn't learn my watch yet, right?
Listen anymore, little fat felon. Shut up.
Now the guy said, you know what?
So no argument, just call your names. You got arrested once. Plus, I mean, the way you think the law is applied, I mean, isn't it a felony, you know, to have, there's so many felonies. You act like it's a big fucking deal to have a felony. You know, let's look at the statistics. I didn't spell it right, but I don't care. Okay. Over 80 million Americans, one in every 3 adults, has a criminal record. So according to Fraudit Wrangler auditor, the Tyrannizer, 1/3 of the country has nothing to say. They're criminals and they can't redress their government or nothing. There are 2 million people in the prison. That's a 500% increase in 4 decades. 27% of ex-convicts are unemployed. By states, only 1 in 3. Wrongful conviction stats. Out of 417 exonerations, more than 268 occurred. Felonies that... Wow. 64% of males in their 30s are unemployed and have a criminal record. Wow. So basically, according to Fraudit Wrangler, nobody has an opinion. It wasn't really felony though. Oh, that's misleading. So 6% of men 35 years old are unemployed. Of the 6%, about two-thirds. So basically, 4% of men have a criminal record, which doesn't really jive with the other information. Well, this might be a bullshit website. 3% have served time in prison. People with felony convictions more broadly account for 8% of the overall population and 33% of African American males. So 1/3 of all African Americans, according to Fraudit, Wrangler, get no opinion, cannot audit their government, do not get to assemble and redress their grievances, they just shut up, you're a felon. 1/3 of African Americans don't get to say anything. And basically 10%, 1 in 10 people also don't get to say anything. That is like that elitist patriarchy crap.
I'm sorry, what? You will be shushed that way. You work for the people.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, everybody. Josh Abrams. Yay. Accountability for something.
Here's that.
Come on, I just did it like 5 times. Do it. My
This is-
milkshake brings all the boys.
This is what he means by milkshake, you know, making fun of the guy for being overweight and obese, making fun of the guy, insinuating that he's, I guess, homosexual, or I don't know.
This was 4 hours ago. What is Chrissy Cord?
Oh, what he's talking about is, you know, maybe this is one location and the guy's on probation, or he's bonded out on release or something, and now Fraudit Wrangler's going to get his nose all up in the business that has nothing to do with anything, and he's going to snitch this dude out, even though, you know, later on in a different scenario he's going to be calling somebody a snitch bitch. But, you know, he's going to snitch this dude out, and he's going to call Monday, find out all this stuff, and enact his own justice.
Should have just hit it with your ass. I bet it would have slammed in. How about it, milkshakes?
See what I mean? That's that sexual harassment.
That was their behavior today. Wait, this was a revisit. Why don't you watch how they behaved the first time?
No, don't care. Okay, so bunch of nonsense. I want to find the part where he starts talking about
To
this
feed
dude's
sweaty
mother.
tea, or you used it to keep getting mile high. Sad. Enjoy federal prison.
I like how he acts like he can detect through some low quality video who's high or not, and of course everybody he doesn't like is high and all that. Not that it really matters. I mean, a lot of states have medical marijuana, and I mean, then there's prescription drugs like Percocet that can get you high. I mean, who the hell is this dude? I mean, he's the most creep ever. I mean, this is why there's such a divide in this country between you know, those in power and everyone else, you know, because to him, you know, you basically suck and serve the politicians, and that's not how anything. When a politician is your leader, you're lost.
Right, but you're aware that that's the case, though, right? That you guys do hardship write-offs for.
So weird. Why 8-ball? I guess you're just thinking.
Only 8-ball is a drug. So let's see what happens when I search 8-ball. Oh look, a bowling. No, that's not bowling. That's pool. Oh yeah, pool has an 8-ball and it's black. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a freaking magic 8-ball. I remember this when I was a kid. You threw it around and it said some message. Magic 8-ball. Let's see. Here's the picture. Blame the intern. See? Oh no, that's right. If you say 8-ball, it's gotta be drugs.
About drugs.
Yeah, potentially. Again, that's under the purview of the hearings officer. It's not anything that I would know personally.
So like if a mom came in here with 6 kids and they were behind the 8-ball and they were all sharing a cheeseburger.
Driving away from faster than the Titanic.
And you maybe would do a hardship write-off for sharing a cheeseburger.
And they'd be able to speak on it again.
Park there. If you don't have money for a damn meter, don't park there. Leave the house.
Would they verbally state it? How would the process go?
Answers to their dumbass questions? Oh, sir, you tyrant, that just won't work. Just enjoying the view.
With 6 hungry kids splitting a cheese. Yeah, it's pretty funny. With 6 kids going hungry. See you now. That's the reason we stopped you today.
To shut their mouth and just keep it pushing? Yeah, you do. You love him ramen noodles, don't you? Honey buns for days, ain't it?
And who's this guy? Isn't that what I just said to you? Shut down. Like, what side of the bed did you wake up on and decided I'm going to treat the...
And 1%er clubhouse.
Lakeisha. Okay. I thought she said
I think it's
no.
Muckisha.
Well, anyways, he goes on a freaking tirade in here somewhere. Starts talking about this dude's mother, like she did anything. Calls his mother a whore and all this other nonsense.
But seriously, what was it you did to her again? In case everybody forgets, the reason that I discovered this little moron is right here. Let me show y'all. This is
a sideways
awful
video.
Judge Joe Brown. Let's blow this up
Which
a
is
little
not
bit so
a
y'all
real
can see.
judge.
And I
It's a
didn't
TV
do this,
show.
Somebody else did. But if you look
And
at
it's
it
not
a
even
little
Judge
sideways,
Brown. It
you'll
says
see the
says right
horror
here,
there
you
to stay
fucking
at the
idiot,
podium
Judge
is
Mathis.
Hot Tow Truck Girl. And everybody
I mean,
recognizes
literally, it's on the fucking screen, man. It says Judge Mathis right there. Right there. Judgema. You get the point? Right here. Right there. It says Judge Mathis, and you think that's Judge Brown, huh?
blonde little big titty girl. That is Joshie Abrams. Yes, it is.
Well, see, you call names and shit of the women surrounding the people you don't like, but you flip the hell out if anybody calls your woman anything. And what kind of stupid bitch does she need to be around your dumbass? You apparently have some sort of grand life with everything you could want in the country of your dreams. So what the hell do you have to complain about to be on YouTube whining? I mean, and then she has to what? Service you? I bet you guys have that dry relationship.
What had happened was they got caught. She shocker, this little filly here was a stripper. And she was,
you know, you really shouldn't talk about your wife that way.
The side piece for one of her customers. Well,
well, you know, you notice you don't have any evidence or nothing. You just talking smack.
Well, her customer had hooked everything else to borrow money because, you know, back, well, she starts writing him hot checks, and that's why they're at Judge Mathis. So that really narrows the field down. He decides to start stalking her, and I don't think that Josh. So I mean, we don't kink shame here, Josh. But maybe you should be a little less hypocritical. I'm just saying. You know.
Don't
But
kink
back to the
shame.
point. Back to the video. So let's see what they do now. I bet
You
it's gonna
had
be
a
stupid.
point? I don't think you have a point. You just whine and call names.
Hi. Okay, great. Okay, great. Really, I live my life by a strict policy guide.
You should try my method better, and maybe you won't spend as much time in prison, Joshy.
Policies to keep you what you should do.
What's your
You should
method?
try my method better, and maybe you won't spend as much time in prison, Josh.
It makes you feel good. Like, isn't it make you feel good to know that there's...
Well, I love on a woman that makes me feel good, but I've never.
What if you're in? What if you have a woman that's into rough sex?
Perhaps you should try my method better, and maybe you won't spend as much.
Oh joy! Is this like the fall asleep? I spent all my energy on YouTube, saying how much I don't care about a person's opinion while I'm incessantly talking about it or whatever. Is that your? I mean, do you talk about Joshy while you and Kimmy are getting it on? Isn't that your wife's name, Kimmy Wrangler? Of course, I doubt your last name is really Wrangler. I don't think you have the balls to put your name and address and all that stuff online.
As much time in prison, Joshy.
Policies to keep you what you should do. What do you think?
Is that like a law?
No. Or I wasn't even paying attention, but your comment's still stupid. They're like a law. You know, they don't need a law to trespass you from somebody else's private property without talking to the owner. They just trespass you because they don't want you there. They own the planet.
See, once we walked into the cameras, all of a sudden it's... Yeah.
Sentencing release for right now because you have been convicted without serving your sentence yet? Are you allowed to leave the state?
What does that
I'm
matter
just
to
curious.
you?
I mean, I'm going to call on Monday and find out.
Oh, so you're a snitch.
So.
That you're a snitch? Yeah, so?
Yeah. I hope you didn't.
Well, I hope you never do find yourself on the wrong side of the law, because now that you've went on TV and everything and, you know, you're an obvious snitch bitch, if you ever do get locked up, there's going to be chomos and then there's going to be you, snitch bitch.
Didn't do that without the court's permission, Chrissy, because that's going to make your shitty life.
What does that have to do with you? Mind your own fucking business.
Life just a little bit worse. I already put Direct D on the run. I guess I can do the same thing to you too. That's okay. I guess you.
You did not put Direct D on the run. No one cares about what you say or do.
You can just share sweaty tea with the wife-beating fat boy man tits.
Sounds like verbal abuse and fat shaming and, you know, all kinds of stuff.
I do want everybody to stop and look at little Chrissy right here. Now this is dressed like a damn 12-year-old with his little camera, like he's.
How is that a 12-year-old? It looks like Slim Shady.
Spying on the neighbor sunbathing in a bikini.
You know who Slim Shady is? I'm the real Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady. Oh, here we go. Oh, YouTube.com. Are you fucking serious? This is the wrong. It just changed the windows. YouTube.com. I'm the real Slim Shady. Yeah. Look at this. hold on. Can't play too much of it. Look at that.
Like you never seen a white person before.
Oh. How does Slim Shady dress? Does he have any photos? Oh, what's this? What's this? No, still in the mental hospital or something. Oh. He looks out. Oh. That's just hilarious. Oh, there you go. White boy, white t-shirt, black pants. The real Slim Shady. What? Oh, damn, that looks similar.
Why are they all of them dressed like they're trying to dress like they're Tony Hawk?
If you don't care about a person or their opinion, why the hell do you care what they look like or how they dress? I mean, what does it matter to you if the dude puts on a freaking dildo hat? And I don't even know what a dildo hat is, but I'm assuming it's some sort of like helmet with a dildo attached to the front forehead part.
And even Tony Hawk in the 90s.
Oh, that's right.
And this guy is 41. What was that? ET in the background. I guess she found, I don't know, some random guy with $2 in his pocket and she just had an orgasm. Yuck.
No, that was your wife, Kimmy. She did that. That was that noise. You just got mistaken between the video and your bedroom noise.
Okay. That's weird.
Anyways, I'm done looking for it. Somewhere in this video, this dude starts picking on some woman whose only crime was to give birth and support humanity. She's not responsible for her child beyond, I don't know, 14, 15, maybe 18 at the very latest. After he turned 18, the mother and the father are not freaking responsible for their child's actions, if ever. But definitely after 18, for sure, not responsible for their child's actions. But you want to go on and call some woman that gave birth a whore and all this other crap, and then you want to say some crap about how you're going to, kick anybody's ass or whatever for, talking smack about a woman. That's you, man. You say all kinds of crap about women on your channel in these feeds. You don't get to select who's a woman, okay? Either you respect women and you have that principle, or you don't. Don't act like you get to freaking play God on, which women are deserving respect. That ain't how that shit goes. So, eat a dick, Fraudit Wrangler. This entire review was brought under the Consumer Review Fairness Act in combinations with the Americans with Disabilities Act Title III. Any negative language that I may have used is a byproduct of bipolarism and other mental health issues. Alright, that's it. Let's see if this ends.